So do waist trainers work? Or is it a bunch of BS? Let's find out. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Inez, your body goal specialist and transformation coach. And I am always on a quest to see how I can create a more hourglass shape, not only for myself, but for my clients, and especially as a competitor. So about a year and a half ago, I decided to start seriously waist training to see, will it in fact make a difference? And today I'm going to share with you guys my progress and answer probably some of the biggest questions that you guys have. Does it actually work? So before I hop into today's video, I just want to take a little minute to give you guys a little disclaimer. I did not start waist training because I wanted to see if it was going to help me burn more belly fat. I started waist training because I wanted to see, would it help me create a more narrow waist, a more hourglass shape, because I don't naturally have a narrow waistline, nor does my waist go in any kind of way on its own. And I really noticed it back in 2019 when I made my debut into figure, and I saw on stage that I was super lean and my waist was still really wide. So after that, I started researching a ton of stuff after that show just to see what else could I do to create that more hourglass shape, especially when I'm on stage and I'm super lean. And I started noticing a pattern with a lot of competitors and waist training. Let me just let you know right now that a waist trainer, waist training, none of these things are going to do anything if your diet isn't where it needs to be and your training isn't where it needs to be. Because if you have excessive amounts of fat, then even if you wear a waist trainer all day long, yeah, it may hold you in, your stomach might feel tighter, but you're not going to necessarily lose the fat that's creating the shape that you don't want. That's why it's super important to make sure that you are losing fat so you can see the difference that waist training is actually going to make. Which is why, to get a true comparison on the results I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, I wanted to see if I wore it consistently in between my competition in November 2019 to November 2020, would I in fact notice a difference when I was on stage again in my waistline? So there are three things that I noticed, you guys, that happened after I started wearing it. Now let me just say this, I wear it because I'm wearing one right now as I'm shooting this video. I wear it on average 8 to 10 hours a day. I worked my way up to it. I didn't start off at 8 hours right off the bat. Even though I had worn waist trainers in the past, I still wanted to follow the instructions. The brand I'm wearing and I wore was by Squeeze Me Skinny. And they tell you how to work your way on up to it. At no point did I ever feel super uncomfortable, like I couldn't breathe or anything like that. So the first thing I noticed was I didn't have a desire to overeat and like stuff my face full of food. So what happens is when you put these waist trainers on, at least by this brand in particular, it holds you in. So it creates like an external band around your stomach. So your stomach has a hard time expanding out to hold high amounts of food. So I noticed an instant difference when I put it on. And when I had those craving spikes where I felt like I wanted to eat more, I just could not. I just physically could not do it because it made me too uncomfortable to do it. So it definitely helped out with portion control. The second thing I noticed is it made my posture overall better. So when I'm wearing this waist trainer, it allowed me to be a lot more conscious of, am I sitting upright? Am I slouching? Because when you have this on, you have no choice but to sit up. It's really hard to slouch with a waist trainer on. And I know I have a tendency to sometimes like lose my posture, especially when I sit down. And I noticed that it helped me to keep my core engaged, keep my abs engaged, shoulders up, chest up, even when I wasn't wearing it. And I noticed that within the first month of me wearing it, my posture improved overall, even when I wasn't wearing it. So let me know, do you ever catch yourself slouching sometimes when you sit down, or even when you stand up, like sometimes you can just kind of slouch, or maybe you kind of don't hold your stomach in, your stomach looks like it has a pooch and it really doesn't have a pooch? Let me know in the comments. And the third thing I noticed, y'all, is yes, my waist did in fact become more narrow when I wore it. So before I share my before and afters to really dig into what happened with my body, how my body changed, take a little minute, like and subscribe to this channel so I can keep creating content that you guys love and that I know you want to see more of. So when I realized it worked, you guys, was when I got back on stage. So you'll see in my comparison photos that my waist was a lot more narrow in the same exact pose that I did a year prior. And my weight was actually higher when I was on stage again the second time around because I had put on more muscle. So it wasn't like, oh, I lost weight, so that's why my waist was small. Like, no, I've gained more weight because I had gained muscle. I was leaner, so my body fat was lower, but my waist was also more narrow. So like I said, guys, I did wear these waist trainers 8 to 10 hours a day. I would work out in them. So what I would do is I would get up in the morning, do whatever kind of workout I was gonna do, take that one off, and then I would put on another one because I hate putting on a waist trainer that's already moist and sweat. That's kind of gross to me. So I have a few in rotation that I will wear at any given point. And that really helped me to be able to consistently wear it for as long as I needed to wear them to really see a difference in my overall shape. So to answer your burning question, yes, waist training does work, but, big but, only if a few things are going on. One, your diet has to be set up so that you are going to not gain excessive amounts of fat. So I'm not saying you have to be on a huge caloric deficit, but you're not gonna see a difference if you're not eating with some type of sensibility to want to maintain your current weight or lose fat. Your training has to also be where it needs to be because your body is just not going to really change its shape or reshape whether you want to lose weight, lose fat, build muscle. It's just not gonna do that without the proper training in place. And 3, you have got to be consistent, all right? Like you guys hear me say, I wear these throughout the day, like daily. And what I love about the Squeeze Me Skinny brand is that it's super comfortable to wear. So not only is it comfortable, but they have different prints. So you guys can kind of just see the array of waist trainers that I have collected since I've been on this journey. It makes it a lot easier to wear consistently when, one, you have some patterns that you love to kind of look forward to. It makes it kind of fun. I don't mind if people kind of see it, but they also are really easy to conceal underneath your clothing. So I switch between the gym one, the sauna one that makes you sweat more, and also the aggressive one that really pulls you in. I tend to wear that one more when I'm in contest prep. So if you guys want to check out the Squeeze Me Skinny brand, a lot of my clients I've turned on to this brand, they love it too. Make sure you check out the description box below. You guys can save using my discount code, and let me know what you guys think once you guys try it out. All right, you guys, so just remember, waist training is just like the icing on the cake, right? The cake, the foundation of everything is gonna be making sure that your diet is where it needs to be, that your workouts and your training is where it needs to be. And if you need a jump start on how to eat and train to see waist cinching results, then make sure you check out my description box below. I have a free 3-day challenge you can take, Road to Snatch, and that way you can start laying the foundation so that way when you start waist training, you'll see the maximum amount of results from it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. I so appreciate it. I will continue to update you guys on my progress as I continue my journey into waist training. If you guys have certain questions that you want me to cover, please make sure you comment down below and drop me some hearts if you really enjoyed this video so I know to keep videos like this coming to you. All right, you guys, don't forget to tap that subscribe button and I will see you guys all in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.